Hello everybody and welcome back to Victoria, where it's very clear that we have already outgrown our economy militarily. So I've gone through off camera and canceled any barracks that were not already under construction. What we have is what we're going to have for the moment. We do know that we're at minus 82.2k, but we also know that Britain is currently going to fight this war for us. So I'm going to turn down our barracks production methods for the moment. So we're at plus 214k. That's going to be great. We're going to pay off our debt very quickly at this rate, and we can work our way back up and start slowly expanding our military as our economy grows. That'll be the overall idea here. Our market access is currently non-great, and we'll keep an eye on that. But Britain is going to fight this for us. War has broken out. Absolutely no one is going to resist them. Beautiful. So Britain wins this, right? Revolutionaries have raided arms depots. This is an 80% chance of going to 99%. Okay, this is better. That drops down to 79. So we'll see how this ends up going. Regulatory bodies progresses to voting. Cool. And the war is over. So at this point, we're going to be taking that, because Britain is going to press this, of course. That's the only war goal that exists. And we'll see what ends up happening with this revolution, which is currently on extreme in terms of its radicalism. The crusade for change, huh? The Agrarian Party has actually... Ooh, 20% enactment success chance. We'll take that. I want to get regulatory bodies done. This revolution is very, very rude, right? The landowners are angry. And what are they primarily angry about? I mean, they have a lot of reasons to be angry. No doubt about that. But it's mostly the recent change to women's suffrage. Fair enough. They're not going to be very happy about this. How are we doing here? Actually, there's not a lot of momentum right now in our elections, so we'll see what happens with that. They're going to be capped right now. 13.1% progress. Really? And then minus 10% on the next one. Okay. A 50-50? This is a 50-50 that the revolution breaks out right now. Whereas this is only a 33% chance that it breaks out right now. And it did not. Cool. So we're going to lose progress on the next checkpoint. That looks good. I don't care about Spain siding with a revolt. That's completely irrelevant. At this point, we're just waiting for Britain to press the peace deal. That's the primary wait here. So that's looking fine. We can start friends abroad, huh? Sure, we could welcome our friends from Gaza. We just got some momentum in the Free Trade Party. Okay, we'll see how that ends up going. The Conservative Party is likely to win here. And I'm wondering if that will stop the revolution. That'll be interesting for sure. So we're out of debt, and we have a good amount of gold reserves. Let's start working up our barracks again. So that's at 116k. So that puts us at 61.4. Input goods shortage on automobiles. Okay. So that means that we could come in here and switch Amhara over to automobile production, and then put the rest of these on prioritizing engine production. That's not necessarily great for Amhara. What will that actually do? Actually, that's not too bad. So that seems doable. That should drive down the cost of motorized reconnaissance. And then first aid is still fairly expensive. We can run this deficit for a little bit. Emphasis on little bit. Okay, so we've conquered over here. That looks great. We're going to immediately... We can't construct anything here? This is considered part of Ethiopian Yemen. Apparently we can't. Okay, but what we really wanted, of course, was to go after this state here. We are at 38.5 infamy. If we were to go right now, We need to go to the actual state, diplomacy, interactions, actually, and conquer state. 22.5 infamy. Okay, so we need to be down... This is actually really, really close. We might want to just go for it. I think we do. I think we just go for it. Do it. So we don't have any other CBs other than conquering this singular state, right? So that'll be fine. Are we going to call in Britain again? Well, we've got this revolution here that we'll keep an eye on. But we also have this election in 2 days. Okay. The Agrarian Party wins with 59% of the vote. That's the rural folk and the trade unions. Noted. So, basically we're as good as we're going to get here. These guys are almost certainly going to have their revolution. We'll see what happens with regulatory bodies here. Actually, they dropped down to 77 here. The radicalism definitely dropped. There's regulatory bodies passing. Beautiful. So we'd like to work our way up on health system here and workplace safety office. That's going to cost a lot of bureaucracy. No doubt about that. Let's check in on our taxation capacities. Looks fine for the moment. And I did want to see if Britain would come in here. We'll offer Britain an obligation to join. Any moment now, Britain. You can do it. Okay. Britain does indeed come in here. Beautiful. This now means that Two Sicilies is very likely to not be interested in this. Netherlands is damaging reputation. That's fine. We're currently notorious, and we need to let that drop down. We'll need to chill after conquering this. But for the moment, that's fine. This is going to give us a lot of potential oil. I want the actual state here. There we go. This will give us up to 14 oil rigs and 8 lead mines. So that'll be a very, very good thing. Ersatz food, huh? It's going to continue to drop in the next checkpoint. We'll get risky food substitutes. It'll give us some extra mortality, which isn't great, but that'll do for now. Okay. Benin is damaging relations. Yeah, there's a lot of people angry at us right now because we are currently notorious. We are reasonably powerful, but we're going to let Britain fight this. I'm reasonably certain about that. After all, we gave them an obligation for this, right? So we probably should. We are below standard of living in Chad, Darfur, and Uganda. No shockers there. That's not surprising, really. Gaza's now improving relations. Okay. Our GDP has definitely dropped off somewhat. We're building railways at this moment. There's no agriculture to build, no resources to build. So we could only build industry or potentially like universities. We're definitely negative in our authority. So that is a wee bit painful. If we were to back off on this consumption tax, that would also be very painful. For the moment, let's go in and head to cavalry scouts. That puts us positive. I don't really want to be positive financially right now, though. I guess that would give us an argument for dropping our taxation. Indeed, it would. Death of a martyr for the landowners, huh? We'll take the devastation in Darfur, I think. That's fine. So Britain will be arriving over here fairly soon. They're also arriving over here. Looks like that'll be fine. Britain should have this well and truly under control. We're going to let them fight our wars for us. Perfect. So we've stopped expansion of our military. We definitely need to not continue to expand our military. We've expanded it a lot, and we need to not expand it further at this moment. So that's looking good. Britain arrives over here, and war has broken out. Britain will eventually arrive over here. Eventually, indeed. When are they going to show up? Hang on. I think we can see it from here. No, we can't see that. Regardless, it doesn't really matter. Britain will push in over here. Yeah, they're occupying over this way, which is unsurprising. That should link up with this front quite soon. Yeah, right there. Beautiful. And Britain will just push right in. No real problem. Cool. So this revolution is still just kind of chilling at 83. It's going to happen, almost certainly. Yeah, that revolution is definitely going to happen. I want to have this battle over first. Who else is going to secede? A lot of places. Gondar, Amhara, Somaliland, Equatoria, the usual suspects. Basically all of the landowner places. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Well, which do we have? Goes to 100. Okay. That's sad. This is going to break out. Or is it? Okay, there it goes. Just needed a weak tick. Okay, so that's reasonably fine. We are going to mobilize this guy, and we'll have him advancing over on this front. We're going to mobilize this guy and have him advancing, I think, over on... We can't reach any of these fronts. So also this front. Okay, so we arrive there. Do we actually want to be advancing here? We may need to defend this front. I gotta say, I'm getting really tired of these aristocrats being jerks. No doubt about that. Luckily, Britain is going to wrap this up quite quickly. And Britain should arrive in some of these locations. Yes. So we're just defending on this front for right now. We have a disadvantage currently. And that's okay. We're just going to defend that front for the moment. Britain doesn't need to show up just yet. This war is, of course, not out yet. We should definitely crank taxes up. We're going to be building up some deficit here. That's for sure. All this because they just couldn't deal with women having the right to vote. Insane. Absolutely insane. When we've been a liberal democracy for like 40 years now. Okay, maybe not quite that long, but for quite a while, regardless. Well, we're just going to win this civil war yet again. And of course, Britain is going to finish pushing through over here. Do we activate our conscripts? I think we do. Yeah, we'll get those going. Cool. And of course, Britain should push through and have this war done very shortly here. We're building up a lot of debt right now. We need to pause our construction for sure. So we'll get that paused for the moment. You gonna finish up this war, Britain? Anytime soon? Presumably. Eventually. That battle took a really long time. Okay, they're still pressing their way through over here. So this war is going to break out. We do see some garrison forces out over in some of these areas. So we're going to not be completely unresistant here. Okay, so minus 22% here, but they're going to have to attack into some awkward territory. Hopefully Britain finishes this off fairly soon here. But we'll see what ends up happening. We will see. So they're winning these offensive battles, it looks like. Indeed. Just due to sheer force of numbers. Come on, Britain. Why are you taking so long to win this? They have, like, nothing. This is very, very awkward. Any moment you want to show up would be great, Britain. Looks like Britain is attacking down over this way. Okay. Oil has been discovered in Darfur. That'll be convenient after this civil war is over. Again, any moment you want to do anything, Britain. This is the most awkward part of it, for sure. But Britain's pressing in from this side. I'm just hoping that they can make some pretty good gains here. Oh, they still barely got anything over here. That's really awkward how long it's taking them to conquer this. Very, very awkward indeed. But regardless, we just need to hold them off, right? Oil discovered in Laristan. Okay, that's not all that relevant for us. The Darfur discovery was relevant. Okay, so Britain is pressing in on this side, and I'm hoping that they open this up and can assist us here. That's what we really need right now. And some of these British forces here, they don't need 300 units here. That's for sure. Is a secession growing in the Bedouins? In Ethiopian Yemen. That's very awkward. Okay, well, Britain, you've got your work cut out for you. It's going to be all on Britain to get this done. 100% on Britain. We knew this revolution was going to be rough if it happened, and this all happened, of course. Okay, that war is finally over. Good. This all happened, of course, because the aristocrats just can't handle women having the right to vote. They're just not okay with that. Looks like Britain has shown up over here. That's actually really, really good. We should move into attacking. If Britain managed to get in here. I don't know how they got there. They like teleported from here to here, but we'll take it. So we're going to push these guys on out of here. With Britain's help, this is not going to be a problem. Beautiful. We're winning battles in a number of locations now. It looks like the Bedouin succession went away when we got this done. Fascinating. Of course, financially, this is really, really bad, right? The Civil War is devastating for us economically, and it always is when the aristocrats do this nonsense. No doubt about that. But we've got it under control. We're going to win the war. It's just going to take some time. Apparently Britain left over here. We are winning this battle, though. So we're probably going to have to jump over to defense. Because Britain's primary forces are now over here. Okay. So we'll definitely do that. The game is frozen right now. Are we crashing again? The game is frozen. I guess we'll see if it comes back. I don't know what's going on. But I guess I'm going to pause the recording here and give it some time. We'll see if it comes back. See you guys in a moment. Okay, so I gave it about 10 minutes, walked away from the computer, and when I came back, the game had crashed. So here we are back at the most recent autosave, which is September 1st, 1926. I'm noting that we're approaching our credit cap. That's a little bit awkward, but it looks like there's the same battles broadly going on here. So that seems to be okay. Nothing too major there. So the plan was still to, and I've also been noticing, the game seems to be getting a lot less stable as patch 1.3 rolls on. Hopefully, Paradox gets that under control. Hopefully. We'll see. For now, of course, we're going to have to switch back over to defensive over here. We do have access to British-controlled territory over here. Nitrogen fixation comes through. I don't think that did previously. Okay. The telephone is being exposed. Let's grab, say, mechanized farming, then. Okay. So that looks good. This battle is ongoing. We are, of course, winning this battle, but that's taking a while to work through. And man, this deficit is painful. I mean, they took our entire economy with them, right? That's the problem here. And Britain was pretty slow to come in on this. They did get here in the end. The question is, how is this going to go economically? Well, we need to swap over at this point to defending this front. We need to force them into attacking us. In the meantime, Britain is attacking their backline, but it's taking them a while to get through that. No doubt about that one. That is certainly taking them a while. Do we want to put through any law changes while we're here? And we may have to declare bankruptcy. We'll see. That's very awkward if we do. Very, very awkward indeed. Hopefully Britain will proceed forward here. And yeah, we're losing this battle, which is expected. All play and no work. Addiction affecting work, huh? We'll fire him. Okay. Cool. So that's fine for now. These British battles are taking a very long time to work through. Now, a big part of that is because a lot of our military expansion was in the states that seceded, right? This is the majority of our important states that seceded here. So it's going to take Britain some time to punch through there. No doubt about that. They're working on it. They are indeed working on it. And actually, annexing the Ethiopian aristocratic revolt will be doable fairly soon. These guys have 24 reasons not to accept a white peace. So I think this will be a thing soon. We just need Britain to, you know, work through these a little faster. That would be ideal. Our finances are grim. We're going to enter default eventually. Eventually. And yes, we're going to lose this battle. That's fully expected. We have no general there, apparently. And there we go. Okay. Cool. So that's all back under our control now. Unfortunately, look at that debt. 17 million out of 5 million. Now, I'm not sure if that 5 million is going to go up or not. We definitely need to do some work here. So, we're going to go to steel frame buildings. Construction remains paused, obviously. Conscription centers can be up, but we need to lower our costs in our barracks. No doubt about that. Naval bases can be on ironclads. That's fine. Anchorages are where we need to be here, looks like. And privately owned is slightly higher for our railways. Looks like wooden passenger carriages are the place to go for railways. Cool. And we'll need to go through all of these, right? So chemical fertilizers, vineyards look good. Steam-powered thresher machines are slightly negative. So chemical fertilizers would be negative here. We'll need to be on regular fertilizers for our millet farms, for the moment anyway, until we recover. Cool. These should be on auto-expand if they can. Slaughterhouses look good. Electric fences seems fine. For coal mines, definitely dynamite. For iron mines, I would like to also be on dynamite. Condensing engine pump is not a huge reduction. Okay. A lot of these are going to be in flux, right? I'm actually going to go down to the bottom, the most efficient, quote-unquote, level, and we'll see what our problems end up looking like. So we're just going to go through all of these for the moment and put them on things like automatic irrigation, publicly traded. Just make sure that these are all properly set up now. Chainsaws are very expensive. We'll keep an eye on that. That's probably mostly to do with oil. Okay. We're currently positive by 51.7k. So I want to go into the urban areas here. And we'll just drop all of these down as well. And all of these, a lot of these are going to be negative, but I think a lot of these numbers are probably inaccurate because I'm not sure if the market has fully updated yet. So I'm guessing that a lot of this is not exactly where it needs to be in terms of the finances, which is why I'm going through like this for now. And then we'll take a look at what things are looking like once we're ticking forward. We have a huge amount of debt right now, which is kind of ridiculous. A frankly ridiculous amount of debt. And how are we going to deal with that debt? Well, we're plus 52k right now. And we'll see what that ends up going up to as these production methods change. I want our motor industries in Amhara to potentially be doing Nope, don't do automobiles. We're going to not do automobiles for now. Okay, we can auto-expand those. That's all fine. Extensive military shipbuilding seems okay. Repeating rifles, yes. And we'll get these all turned down. Cool. This definitely did a lot of damage to us economically. And I wonder what they did. Yeah, we don't want to be on coal-fired plants. I wonder what they did to our structures. Oh, gross. They deleted a lot of stuff here, I think. Yes, they definitely did. Okay, taxation capacity in Oromia is at minus 176 right now. Did we not turn down... Hang on. Government administration is on standardized filing system, professional bureaucrats, secular administration. Something doesn't seem right here. This is in Oromia. That was not one that they controlled. Okay. Very odd. Very odd indeed. We know that there's some infrastructure that needs to happen here. That's deeply unsurprising. So we need, like, a bunch of infrastructure, right? For now, we'll do something like this. Although, some of this might change around, now that I think about it. I'm going to cancel this. Our production methods are going to change. Let's give it a bit, and let's see how that goes. We definitely want to get these oil rigs in Darfur and in Yemen. Those are top priority. Lead mines in Yemen would be nice as well, and fishing wharfs. Okay. Do we declare bankruptcy here? I mean, this is going to be basically until the end of the game. So it's going to be painful. It's that throughput reduction that's going to be the problem, right? Let's kick forward and see if our credit cap calculates. This is still at the old credit cap. Okay, yes. We should no longer be in default then. We're below our credit cap. That did recalculate. That looks good. Yep, we're no longer in default. Fantastic. Okay, it's not as bad as I thought it was. It's still bad, but it's not as bad as I thought it was. We absolutely need to work on paying off this debt. No doubt about that. I want to check our budgets here. Okay. And I want to check in on our production methods here. This would actually be more expensive to switch to irregular infantry. That doesn't seem right. That seems very strange. Very strange indeed. Let's try turning these down and see what happens to our finances. It shouldn't do really anything, because we don't have any conscripts up. Okay. 40k? That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. Cool. So, we're going to need to do some work on this. We're definitely high on our infamy. We need to chill. There's no doubt about that. And we need to get some work done, which will be a job for next episode. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, James, Shadow Wolf, Mlohan80, Rogue Corvid, Kentogan, Andy Magar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.